Kinjarapu Mohan Naidu, sir, to extend his words.
Visionary and dynamic Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, Chandrababu Naidu Garu, CEO Niti Ayog Subramaniam Garu, Ministers from the Government of Andhra Pradesh, members of the Niti Ayog, and all the dignitaries that are present here. A warm good evening to each and every one of you. I am personally excited for the launch of this VISAKHAPATNAM economic region as a global hub, the report that has been prepared by Niti Ayog, one coming as a leader from this region, especially watching how the opportunities that were there here were not being able to seize in the last few years, especially in the last decades also. This becomes a very, very crucial and important report to unlock the potential of this region. So I personally want to thank our Honorable Chief Minister for driving this, and especially Niti Ayog, and also our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji for his blessings, because only 4 cities have been selected as pilot project across the country, and one is Mumbai, Surat, and then we have Varanasi, and the 4th city to be Visakhapatnam. This could only be possible with the blessings of Honorable Prime Minister and the drive that our Chief Minister has in driving this region and to explore the potential of this region. And coming from this region, I can tell that forever we have always been looking for opportunities. But the way this report has been prepared actually gives us the confidence that we no longer have to look for opportunities. The opportunities are right here. We have to encash on them. We have to utilize these opportunities. If you look at the globalization that is there today, with the digital technology, with the whole connectivity situation across the world, it has become a global village. Every place is connected to every other place today in real-time basis. So with the finite resources that we have, when you mean finite, that is the human capital or the natural resources or the time that you have. Any region to grow is how you mix these resources and how do you utilize them and how do you plan them. That is why this planning document is very, very important for our region, because you can utilize the resources in 100 different ways. But which is the best possible scenario can only come out with the way your planning is done. And one important example for us right in front of our eyes was Hyderabad. When in 96, our Honorable Chief Minister, the then Chief Minister of erstwhile Andhra Pradesh, has prepared the Vision 2020 document. And the way he has driven the development based on the Vision 2020 document, and when the year 2020 came, we have seen the realization of that document and how things have come into reality also. So that is why whenever we plan things, whenever we see these things in advance, whenever we have this grand vision, it always becomes important for us to have these kind of documents and drive them in the future. This region has been on the wrong end for many, many years. If you see the kind of resources that are here, it is like a mini India in itself. Whatever the best resources that you can find across the country and then sometimes across the world also, there is that kind of combination here. But without the right amount of planning, without the right mix of utilization of the available resources, we have not been able to unlock the huge potential that this area has. But I'm confident now, just like all the planets are coming together, everything is coming together, especially for this region of Uttarandhra. Uttarandhra has all the aspirations, all the ambitions today, and with the support of the central government and the state government and institutions like premier institutions like Niti Ayog, which has also taken a lot of focus in developing this region, I believe the future is going to be here. Future is going to be in Visakhapatnam, and future is going to be in this Uttarandhra. The most important thing that we have to realize is that for many years, the development has been concentrated around Visakhapatnam. But the challenge right now before us is to how do we take this development that is happening in this core area and how do we spread it across these 9 districts. We are looking at this Visakhapatnam economic region as 9 districts, right from Srikakulam up to Kakinada. So the development which is coming on the basis of Visakhapatnam, it is important for all of us to ensure that it is spread across these 9 districts. The focus that we are putting in this region has to be equally put across these 9 districts. So everything has to come up. All the districts are equally progressing. I've just, Honorable CM Sir has been showing me the per capita figures, and there is a huge stark difference. Srikakulam has 1,42,000. He's definitely not happy with it. And I'm sure that after the releasing of this document, he won't leave any of us sitting anymore. He'll be ensuring that the document is thoroughly implemented day in and day out. But it is important for us also, when we talk about Visakhapatnam, we take in the opportunities that are there across the 9 districts and utilize them also. I can say, I can talk on behalf of my Srikakulam district that there are huge number of opportunities. In fact, in the entire coastline of Andhra Pradesh, the biggest coastline in any district is in Srikakulam itself. And we have not been able to unlock that potential also till now. But with the coming of Molapeta port, the port-led activity, port-led industry is going to grow there. And also the important other sector that we all have to concentrate across the 9 districts, which is unifying this whole Uttarandhra and Visakhapatnam economic region, is tourism. The tourism sector has a capacity which is equal and much greater than any other industry that we see today. That is going to be the future, and that is going to be the uniqueness of this region also. So whichever industry that we choose, how do we link up with the tourism and the service sector is going to give us an additional big boost on unlocking the true potential of this district. And like I've said, resources are finite, human capital or the natural resources, and the time which is set in front of us, which is set by our Honorable Prime Minister, which is Viksit Bharat 2047. By the time we finish 100 years of independence in this country, we have to be a developed country. We have to have that ambition, is everyone's ambition. We see the Prime Minister talking about it. We see the Chief Minister talking about it. We see all the leaders and the political leaders and the representatives of big institutions talking about it. But it will only be successful when every common citizen of the country talks about it. When all the 140 crore people of this country collectively come together to form that Viksit Bharat, that is only when we are going to realize the true potential. But how do we connect the 140 crore people of this country? When you show them the future, when you show them the vision, when you connect them with the grander picture of Viksit Bharat, you have to ensure that in that developed country, he is a stakeholder. He has something to gain. His living standards are going to improve. His education standards are going to improve. His ambitions, his dreams are going to be true. So that is why in whatever we do, let us take it to the last mile. Let us take it to the rural and remote areas and connect all the people of this. Today we are sitting in a room of around 300 people discussing about this report. But this report is about 30% of that population of Andhra, which is there in these 9 districts. Unless you can take this document, unless you can take the things that are there in this document to those remote areas, to all the people in this region, it won't be successful. So as leaders who are willing to put in that effort, who are willing to put in that investment of time and money into this project, it is important but that it trickles down to the most remotest regions of this region so that they also connect themselves into this whole Visakhapatnam economic region project. And from our side, because our sir also believes that for any region to be developed, for any region to get that economic advantage, connectivity is the most important thing. For connectivity itself, back in 99 when Atal Bihari Vajpayee Garu was the PM of the country, it was our Chief Minister then also who has promoted and proactively influenced our Prime Minister then Atal Bihari Vajpayee Garu to make 4-lane roads, the Golden Quadrilateral. That was the first time when this connectivity thing in highways, when the most important project which was at that time came into picture. And similarly, Shamshabad Airport in Hyderabad, which was the first ever greenfield airport. There was no system of greenfield airports till then. Our Airport Authority of India was only building airports. But it was his vision that if connectivity has to improve, if we have to improve the whole air travel system, ecosystem in the country, then greenfield projects and private projects also have to come into this aviation, and that is how Shamshabad also started. So connectivity and the way the connectivity is going to change the whole region, we have multiple examples. And now one good thing that is happening in this Visakhapatnam economic region, the airport which was there earlier was in the Visakhapatnam city, but it's now slightly off-centered. It is in Bhogapuram. I know it becomes a little bit challenging for the people in the city, but we are considering this as a bigger Visakhapatnam economic region. So when you off-center this, it becomes centered to many other districts and many other regions also. That is one big advantage that this connectivity is going to unlock. And from our side, we are going to ensure that not only domestic connectivity but international connectivity also improves to this Vishakhapatnam economic region. We have already connected it to Abu Dhabi, and we are trying to connect it to many other international destinations in the future also. And domestically, it is all connected to around 17 domestic destinations, and the traffic has been considerably increasing every month. And on top of the airport connectivity, we are also giving highway connectivity, which is the coastal corridor, which is going to go from Ichapuram in Srikakulam up to Vishakhapatnam Gangavaram port, extended up to Kakinada also, so that we can unlock the coastal corridor, the strength that is there in the coast. If you have seen in many of the developed countries how the Pacific Highway is there, or many other highways, Gold Coast Highway, which is right across the coast, and the kind of potential that unlocks is very, very huge. And we are planning something similar in our Vishakhapatnam economic region also. So road connectivity, air connectivity, port connectivity, and rail connectivity. This is the best region for all kinds of connectivity that are coexisting in a very peaceful and a very influential manner. And on top of that, this region, Vishakhapatnam economic region, you consider three capitals which are there nearby. One is our own capital, Amaravati. One is Chhattisgarh capital, Raipur. And other one is Bhubaneswar, which is capital of Odisha. If you travel from these three capitals, and if you travel in the same direction, trying to meet at one single point, you will meet exactly in this North Andhra region, exactly in this Vishakhapatnam economic region. So this region has a equidistant nearby locations of three capitals. So the potential of being connected to these three big capitals is in itself a great opportunity. So not only just utilizing the facilities, not only utilizing the resources that are existing here, but also catering for the opportunities that are going to be there across this region. How do you connect it with the bigger ecosystem? I think these are all the things that this vision document that we have in front of us is going to unlock for us in the future. And we are committed from our side. I have both, on one side, the responsibility of being the civil aviation minister and developing the aviation ecosystem here. And under the guidance of our Honorable Chief Minister, we are making a whole ecosystem for aviation. We are setting up a university. We are setting up skilling and training centers. We are setting up MROs. We are setting up FTOs. And we are also setting up other ecosystems which are necessary for aviation. So on one side being the civil aviation minister, and on the other side being the public representative also from this region, especially from Srikakulam, I think this is one of the most exciting things that is happening for this region. I request each and every one of you who is there here to find some kind of opportunity in this, get along with this document and try to unlock the true potential that is there here. The future is going to be in this region. Already you have seen with the coming of the Google investment, $15 billion, one single decision. And with one single decision, Vishakhapatnam is no longer a city in India. It has become a global destination now. The buzz around Vishakhapatnam is so huge, and that excitement you are able to see right now in this investment summit that is happening, in across all the events that is happening, all roads seem to be leading to Vishakhapatnam now. But these are opportunities which come once in a lifetime. It is not that we have created opportunity for Vishakhapatnam. It is going to last for 30, 40 years. If you make the right moves now, if you make the right vision now, and if you act accordingly, only then the strength that you have developed now is going to sustain. If not, this is a one opportunity which is hit and missed. So that is why whatever energy that has been built up here, the buzz and the activity that we are doing, it is our responsibility to continue it, to sustain it for the long term. And for that, Niti Aayog is offering complete support. In future also, they are going to offer their support. And you know our Honorable Chief Minister, how he puts his, if he puts his mind onto one thing, then even if the God comes, he won't shift it. He is going to ensure that it is completely and thoroughly done. And by the way that he has been looking at the document and has been looking at the potential of Uttarandhra, I'm sure that until this is fully and thoroughly developed and achieves its full potential, he's not going to rest, or he's not going to sleep, or make us sleep also. So I'm looking forward to the future of working with him once again in developing this Uttarandhra region and Vishakhapatnam economic region. And special thanks to Niti Aayog for taking special interest in considering this Vishakhapatnam economic region from their side. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.